The streets were alive with people swarming around the popular bar street. Nights like these were the big money makers, and Monica knew that she'd be lucky if she managed to leave her post before 5 a.m. She's been telling herself for 3 years that this will only be a temporary solution and she'll get a real job the next day. But that day never came. Monica has always been a night owl and adjusted to the night shifts with ease. All the bars on the street had the same dingy vibe, terrible music playing too loudly, and watered-down drinks costing an arm and a leg. Monica was never one for hanging out at bars. She preferred the quiet and calm of her own space. The manager only hired her because she was willing to start working that same night. She had no experience, but not much was needed for this. She just needed to smile and ensure that there were no empty glasses on the tables. Easy enough. But what they neglected to tell her was that she'd have to navigate around the hordes of drunks, dancing, fighting, and Lord knows what else. Good thing the places weren't well lit because they would have lost their grimy charm and shattered the illusion of pleasure. After years of scurrying around the cramped bar, sticky floor, and filthy tables, Monica knew exactly where to step and dart to get from the bar to the tables. She blended in perfectly, never standing out or getting a lot of unwanted attention. She never thought of herself as beautiful, especially not since working with some of the most beautiful men and women. They had everyone mesmerized when they stepped onto the floor. The owner paid a lot to ensure they had showstoppers booked for the busy nights of the week. Instead of renovating the property or maintaining the bare safety regulations, the owner spent the money on rent a crowd. As absurd as it might seem, it actually worked like a charm, and the people queued for hours to just step foot in this hazard zone. Finally, the bouncer threw out the last rowdy patrons of the bar, and it was now time to sweep up the mess and wipe down the filthy tables with an equally dirty cloth. No point in trying to clean anything. It's easier to just move the dirt around to another corner. No one ever notices it, and if they do, then they need to drink more to blur it out. The best part of the end of the shift is the silence. The DJ turns off the music. Monica never complained about the terrible music to anyone, especially not to Robin. She was the worst DJ in the lineup. Robin was very friendly and always made sure to walk Monica home after the night shift. Monica never understood why Robin took such a fancy to her, but she appreciated the company, well more the safety that came with not walking alone. Robin had tried numerous times to arrange a daytime outing, but Monica was not interested in making friends or even spending more time with people from work than what was necessary. So she always found an excuse for any of Robin's suggestions, even though Monica made sure to never let Robin into her own apartment. She was always on edge when she locked the door behind her, a feeling that Robin was still nearby. She could never prove it or even explain why she would still be there. Regardless of the nagging sensation, Monica was too tired to give it another thought and needed to get some sleep. She's been on her feet for more than 9 hours last night, and she deserved some time to relax. Monica walked to the bathroom and decided it was best to take a bath now before she collapsed on the bed. There's nothing worse than waking up with the grime of work still clinging to you. But that meant she had to move her clothes that were drying in the tiny bathroom. As she got busy removing the few items, she noticed a set of lacy underwear that did not look like anything she owned. How is this possible? Monica was too tired to think it through and decided to just throw it on the pile. She ran the bath, and while she waited for it to fill, she walked to the kitchen to get something to drink. She opened the fridge and moaned. It's always empty, but she didn't even have a cold beverage to enjoy while she soaked off the smell of the night shift. Oh well, tap water will have to do. Monica closed the fridge and hopped over the pile of clean clothes that she just removed from the bathroom and glanced at the beautiful satin lacy set. It's definitely not hers, but where could it have come from? It was hanging next to the other items that she washed by hand the night before. She pushed the thought from her mind and climbed into the tub. The warm water lured her in and immediately washed away all the nagging thoughts in her head. She must have drifted off, and she felt a shiver run up her spine. The water had cooled down a lot, but it was something else that was giving her a sense of unease. Is that someone standing in the hallway? She wasn't sure what she saw. Was it a person, a shadow, or just her mind playing tricks on her? Regardless of what she might have seen, she noticed her fingers and toes were pruny. Time to dry off and head to bed. As she stepped out of the bath, she reached for the towel and realized that someone was actually holding her towel out for her to take. This was not Monica's imagination. There was someone standing in front of her, in her space with eyes locked on her. "Robin, what the—" "Shh, Monica, no need to freak out. I knocked, but you didn't hear it, and I realized that you didn't lock the door behind you. I was worried that something might have happened to you, so I let myself in. I just wanted to make sure that you were okay." Monica just stared at Robin with fear creeping up quickly, as her mind was running through everything she did when she came home. She definitely locked the door. She remembered leaning against it and feeling the key pushing into her back. She always locked the door. All 3 locks were turned. Monica grabbed the towel out of Robin's stretched-out arm and tried to figure out what to say. "Robin, I don't know what you were thinking, but this is not acceptable or even appropriate. Please leave my apartment. Now!" Robin was surprised by Monica's reaction and dipped her head and dropped her gaze to her feet, clearly feeling embarrassed and hurt by the outburst. "Monica, please listen to me before you kick me out," Robin said softly. "No, I don't have the energy to deal with you now. I want you to get out of my apartment immediately. I don't want to see you ever again." Instantly, Robin's eyes filled with tears, and she reached out to touch Monica, to reason with her. But Monica violently slapped Robin's hand away and wrapped the towel tightly around herself. "Move! Get out!" Monica shouted. "You don't mean that, do you?" Robin's voice cracked as she asked. "We are friends, and I will do anything for you, Monica. You are just tired, and you don't really mean what you just said. I've been waiting for the perfect time to talk to you. I wanted to ask you if we could take our friendship to the next level. I know you care for me, and I want to do more than just walk you to your apartment. I want this to be our apartment. We can be happy together." Monica just stared at Robin in horror. As she stepped back, her legs pushed against the bathtub. She had nowhere to go now but to push past Robin, and Monica could not stomach the thought of getting any closer to Robin. Monica took a deep breath and surprised herself when she heard her own voice. Each word that she uttered was drenched in hatred and disgust. "Robin, you are delusional, and I'm not your friend. We work together, and that's it. I've never given you any indication that I wanted anything more. I just walked with you because I feared walking alone, but that was the only reason. I'm not going to ask you again. Get out. Now." Monica said the last words with such intensity that Robin immediately stepped aside, giving Monica a small gap to run past. As she ran past Robin, she hopped over the pile of washing she threw down earlier. Seeing the lacy set, she turned around and pointed to them and asked, "Is this yours?" Robin shook her head. "No, I bought it for you. I thought you'd look beautiful in them and—" Robin covered her mouth with both hands, realizing that she just outed herself. "Robin, you are sick. Get out now!" Monica picked up the lacy set and threw it at Robin and stomped towards the door, which was still locked. All 3 locks turned. "How did you get in? Do you have a key? I don't want to know. Just get out now!" Robin tried to reach out for Monica, but Monica took a big step back and said with pure venom, "Don't touch me!" Robin looked at her with anguish, tears streaming down her cheeks. Monica didn't even notice the pathetic look on Robin's face. All she wanted to do was close the door and escape from her. Monica slammed the door in Robin's face and locked the door again, double-checking everything was locked. Then she ran to the windows and checked them. The one window near the fire escape ladder was open. "Oh my God!" she broke in. "How many times has she been here?" The thought sent shivers down Monica's back. She got dressed and tried to wrap her head around what had just happened. Should I call the police? What do I tell them? I can't believe this. It's absolute madness. Monica took a deep breath. There is no way she will be able to look at Robin again. 3 years too late, but today is that day. I'm leaving this hellhole now. Monica immediately packed her bags and threw her few belongings into her suitcases and walked out of the apartment. There was no way she could spend another minute in there. She'll never escape the feeling of Robin looking at her, waiting for her. We hope that scared you a little. Remember to subscribe and check out Creepy Midnight Stories for more.